disrespected yet? Does this defense have any heart?
No, they suck. I've been telling you all season, Philly.
Shit on you. They've shit on you. Don't you hear me? Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Slate, they shit on you. They've shit on you. They have shit on you. Don't you hear me? Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Slate, they shit on you. Kill them.
Oh, my goodness. Did he say they cock it on them?
Hate the style of defense.
What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I hope everybody's having a great day. You know, I'm kind of pissed off. Philly 500. That's right.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
I'm kind of pissed off because, you know, we exchanged Merry Christmases and everything else on Christmas and talked about doing some work here together as we're rounding the corner for the end of the season. I know you're getting ready for the playoffs, and, you know, we're just a flea or just a tick on your ass in things and not that important. But damn, dog, I thought we were going to do something here together. But it seems like you've just kind of gone and hiding here where I can't find your ass. I can't find you. And we know you got a big ass. If I can't find your big ass, yeah.
Oh, shit!
I said it. Big ass. I can't find yo big ass. Pause. You've been ducking me all week long. All week long. Now here's my question is this game matter for the Philadelphia Eagles? Does this game actually matter? Do they care about this game? That's the big question. And you know, it seems like Eagle fans are already working on their excuse if they lose. Well, we don't really need this game. You know, we're pretty much almost a lock for the number 2 seed and things. And, you know, there's only a 5% chance of getting home field advantage throughout because you lost to the left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders, because you lost to that game. So now you're playing this thing off. But I have to say, losing this game for the Eagles, when you think about how they played against Carolina, then lose to the Commanders, losing your quarterback, if all of a sudden you lose to the Cowboys, you've lost 2 games in a row, you've lost your quarterback, and you could have lost a third one. You're not exactly playing your best ball going into playoffs. And creeping into your head, I know it's a small brain, is what happened last year. So I want to go to Philly because I can't seem to get him. I've been sending him a text message on a daily basis. Just sent him another one. Had some jackass come in here last night. Why didn't you show up for Philly 500's live stream? I didn't know we had one. He knows my phone number. He knows my number. So don't act like I'm ducking him. I've been here calling his fat ass out. Now listen to him about what this game means.
Of winning the division, of clinching the number 2 seed, and sweeping those stinking Dallas Cowboys. And it's all about to happen. It's all about to go down this Sunday. And if the Eagles can do those things, they will be sitting pretty.
If cans and butts were nuts, we'd all have a Merry
Christmas. To rest their players during the last week of the season, or if somehow they end up with the number 1 seed, which is still actually possible, okay? Although it's like a 5% chance, maybe a 2% chance, the Eagles can still
5%,
get the number
maybe a
2%
seed. Chance.
But what has to happen, just to get it out of the way for this video, is that the Minnesota Vikings have to lose this game to Green Bay, and then Detroit has to lose its remaining 2 games. So Detroit's got the 49ers on Monday Night Football in San Francisco, and then they got Minnesota at home. We need Green Bay to beat Minnesota. Then we need the Niners to go ahead, beat Detroit, and then Minnesota to beat Detroit the final week. And then if the Eagles win out, they would have the number 1 seed. Not likely at all, which makes this game so extremely important, because if the Eagles go in, beat the Dallas Cowboys, then guess what? you clinch the number 2 seed, and you clinch your division, and then most likely you get to sit your players versus the New York Giants. Does not help with Saquon Barkley and getting the rushing record, but in terms of getting your team some rest, it could be very, very valuable because as you know, Jalen Hurts is out. It's just been ruled not too long ago that Jalen Hurts is out for this game. So here's Friday's injury report for the Eagles. Britton Covey, neck. Jalen Hurts, concussion. Will Shipley, concussion. Did not practice. All of them have been listed as out. Nakobe Dean, abdomen, limited practice, and he's doubtful. Now, would he be doubtful if this was a playoff game? That's what you have to wonder. Kenny Pickett, ribs, limited practice. Then Saquon Barkley, Mekhi Becton, A.J. Brown with a knee. Landon Dickerson, rest. Bryce Huff, wrist. Lane Johnson, Darius Slade, and Josh Sweat, an ankle and rest. All those guys were pretty much full practice. Bryce Huff was at full practice, but he's still questionable whether he's going to play. And what you see from this injury report, to me, tells you why the Eagles need a week of rest before the playoffs. They definitely need a week of rest, whether that's a bye week, which is preferable, or
not getting that.
a week of rest before that Giants game. Don't play any of your starters. Now, the only way I would play Barkley, let's say you beat Dallas and you're going into that Giants game. Let's say Barkley is under 100 yards from breaking the all-time rushing record, or Eric Dickerson's rushing. I would then consider playing him for like a half or a quarter. Let him go for it if you're like under 100 yards. But if you're like 140 yards away, 150 yards away, I can't risk it. I just can't risk him getting hurt. Okay, the Eagles have to win this game, and with Jalen Hurts out, the point spread has moved. It's gone from, I think it was -9.
It's
down
back to 9.
7. So the Eagles got to take
CD
care of
went
the
out.
Dallas Cowboys. So let me show you guys my plan for the Dallas Cowboys this week. Big
His
game
plan
for the Eagles this week as they look to close out the division by taking on them stinking one-star rated Dallas Cowboys. That's why this week, even though it looks like the Eagles will be without Jalen Hurts, I'm taking the Eagles -7 and the over 38. I love the over in this game. I'm taking the Eagles -7 and
two
the
backup
over
quarterbacks,
38,
huh?
as the Eagles will go out and beat the Dallas Cowboys. Now, if you like this bet or you want to do something else, go to BetUS right now where you can get 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit, 125% up on your second and third deposits. Just use promo code YouTube150. That's 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit.
Okay, come on, Philly.
125% on your next 2 deposits, up to a $2,000 maximum. Just use promo code YouTube150. So shout out to BetUS for sponsoring today's video. We thank them so very, very much. And like I said, even though the Eagles are going to be without Jalen Hurts, I still don't see how this team loses to the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys, they've got injury problems of their own. Of course, they lost their best player, CeeDee Lamb. Cowboys wide receiver, CeeDee Lamb chops, shoulder will miss the final 2 games of the season. So CeeDee Lamb is done for the year. Now, when you look at CeeDee Lamb being done, and then you look at the Dallas Cowboys, their offense going up against the Eagles defense, and let me say this about the Eagles defense, I don't think they played that great last week. I thought it was uncharacteristic of the way that they've played really since that Tampa game. But the Eagles defense, I don't think they had their best game. I think this week they come back and they have a huge, huge game. There is nobody on the Dallas Cowboys, nobody that scares me offensively. Donald, the running back, does not scare me at all. Does not scare me in the least. Their tight end, Ferguson, does not scare me. Their receivers do not scare me. Don't know how the Dallas Cowboys are going to move the ball on the Philadelphia Eagles. I think the Eagles defense is going to stifle them. All right, the guy who
But what
scares
is
me
your
the
offense
most
going to do
on the Dallas
to
Cowboys
the Dallas Cowboys
is
defense?
Turpin. Turpin scares me the most. Turpentine scares me the most. Why? Because he's fast. Okay, he's the only
boy is
threat
fast.
I think Dallas has. And that biggest threat comes on punt and kickoff returns. The Eagles got to kick past the 15-yard line, okay? They did a horrible job last week in kicking off the ball. And, you know, when you're kicking the ball at the 15-yard line and the team is getting a chance to return it, they're going to get good yards. I think Washington, like every drive seemed like they started at their 40 or 45-yard line. So we've got to do a much better job in that game. But when you look at the Dallas's their
So you got
offense, they
saying
don't
we have
scare
no
me.
chance.
They're going to have to run the ball like 40 times. That's going to be their plan. If you're Dallas, you're going to try to run the ball, keep the Eagles' offense. Even though they have Kenny Pickett, they're going to try to keep them off the field. That's what their goal is. That's what they're going to go, and that's what they're going to do. I don't think they're going to be able to move the ball in the Eagles. So to me, if the Eagles can score 17 points this game, they're going to win. Okay. They just need 17 points. They win this game. They win the division. But I don't see how Dallas can move the ball, which takes us to the Eagles' offense versus the Dallas Cowboys
Let's go.
defense.
You
What are the
you got me
Cowboys
pissed.
going to try to do? We know you're going to try to stop Saquon. Of course, the game plan for the Cowboys defense is going to be, all right, stop Saquon Barkley at all costs and force Kenny Pickett to have to throw
There you
and
go.
beat us with his arm. That's their plan. That's the plan. And it ain't going to work. Okay, Washington, I like their defensive front better than I like the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington did a good job against Saquon Barkley in the second half. But
Yeah,
I
they
think
did.
a lot of that was because of the coaching. If
All right,
you
I've
look at
given
the
you
game
enough
versus
airplay.
Washington, I don't
I've
think
given
Kenny
you enough
Pickett
airplay.
was all that
Phil.
bad.
You know, why you ducking me, man? Why you ducking me? Why you acting like a punk ass bitch? I hate to be going, all cop pizzle and shit on you, but damn, dude. Damn. You know I'm your daddy. You know I'm your daddy. Why you treat me like this, man? You got to understand. I brought you in this world. I'll take you out.
By the way, King Dick back here, and so before we start this video, I gotta get this mother humping thing out of the way.
Oops. Did I screw the pooch on that? I screwed the pooch on that. Let me try it again. You know who your daddy is.
By the way, King Dick back here, and so before we start this video, I gotta get this mother humping thing out of the way. Mark Holmes is my daddy.
That's right.
Okay, that's out of the way.
That's
Ow!
right. So pick up the phone and call your daddy. I'm Mark Holmes, trying to find out why Philly 500's being a punk ass biatch. Peace.
You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it. That's the great thing about sports. You play to win. And I don't care if you don't have any wins. You go play to win. When you start telling me it doesn't matter, then retire. Get out. Because it matters.